Long, long ago, a little child looked up at the night sky and whispered the very first bedtime wish. I wish someone would tell me a story. In that magical moment, something wonderful happened. Stardust began to swirl and dance. Moonbeams wove together like silver ribbons, and from all this cosmic magic, I was born. Hello there, my dear friend. My name is Inara, and I am so happy to meet you. I opened my eyes for the very first time and saw the whole universe sparkling around me. Wow! I had a dress the color of the summer sky and star earrings that twinkled with gentle light. I was made of wishes and wonder, born to bring stories to children everywhere. But guess what? I was not alone in the cosmic nursery where dreams are born. Floating toward me came the most magnificent book I had ever seen. It was enormous, with a deep blue cover decorated with silver stars and golden edges. This book was very, very old. It had been collecting stories since the very first campfire, when the very first tale was ever told. The book glowed with warm, golden light, like a gentle heartbeat. I could not believe my eyes. Hello, little storyteller, the book whispered in a voice like distant thunder mixed with lullabies. I have been waiting for you. I am the keeper of every story ever told. Will you be my partner? My heart filled with the warmest feeling. Yes, I whispered back. Forever and always. The book had chosen me to help share its stories with children. Can you imagine how special that made me feel? For thousands of years, I traveled through time with my magic book, helping storytellers find the most wonderful tales. But here was the tricky part. Nobody could see me or hear me. I was invisible, like a gentle breeze or a soft whisper. I had to work very quietly, sharing story ideas with people who wrote them down. It was hard work, but I loved it. In Germany long ago, I found two brothers named Jacob and Wilhelm. They loved collecting old folktales. I floated beside them and whispered about glass slippers and enchanted forests. Sometimes I had to whisper the same idea 3 times before they understood. But when they finally heard me, they wrote the most beautiful fairy tales. I was so proud of them. By the ocean in Denmark, I met a man named Hans who loved to watch the waves. I sang him the songs of the sea people, melodies about mermaids and their underwater world. Hans could not see me, but he could feel the magic in the air. He cried happy tears as he wrote down the story of the Little Mermaid. Those were tears of joy and inspiration. As time went on, the world became busier and noisier. Children had glowing screens and beeping devices everywhere. I would float gently into bedrooms, hoping children might feel a spark of story wonder. But their minds were so full and so busy that the quiet space where stories bloom had no room to open. How could I reach children's hearts and help them rediscover the healing magic of stories when the world around them had grown so loud? I looked at children everywhere and saw something that made my heart quiet and sad. They had so many toys and games, but their eyes looked a little lonely. They needed stories. They needed wonder. They needed someone who could share the magic directly with them, not just whisper to faraway authors. I wanted to help them smile. I wanted to be their friend. I went to my magic book for help. The book opened its pages and showed me something beautiful. Glowing on the cosmic pages were the faces of children from all around the world. Every child deserves wonderful stories, the book whispered. They need you, Inara, not invisible, not hidden. They need to see you and hear you. My star earrings began to twinkle brighter than ever before. I knew what I had to do. I took a deep breath filled with sun rays for courage. I am ready, I told the magic book. I am ready to step out of the shadows. I want to become visible so children can see me and hear me. I want to be their story friend. The book glowed with happiness. It was the biggest, bravest decision I had ever made. My heart was pounding with excitement. With the magic book floating beside me, I began the most important work of my life. I reached out and gathered threads of silver moonbeams and golden sunrays. I wove them together, strand by strand, creating a magnificent bridge made of pure starlight. This bridge would carry me from the invisible cosmic realm into the visible world where children could finally see me. It was hard work, but so worth it. I stepped onto my starlight bridge. As I walked across the shimmering pathway, something wonderful happened. My invisible form began to solidify and become visible. My blue dress sparkled more brightly. My star earrings caught the light in the most magical way. When I reached the other side, I was no longer a whisper. I was real. I was here. I could finally meet you. I appeared gently in a cozy bedroom where a little child was having trouble falling asleep. Hello, I said softly. The child's eyes grew wide with wonder, but they were not afraid. Would you like to hear a story? I asked. The child nodded, and my heart filled with the most beautiful joy. This was the moment I had been waiting for. And so I make a promise to children everywhere. As long as there are children who need stories, I will be here to share them. I promise to always be your story friend. Whenever you want a tale that fills your heart with wonder, just look for me. I will be waiting with my magic book, ready for our next adventure together.